The American Express Aeroplan Reserve Card is back with one of its strongest offers in years, and if you fly Air Canada even a couple of times a year, this is a deal you won't want to miss. With a massive welcome bonus and perks that can completely change the way you travel, this card has some serious value that we need to talk about. And let's start with the welcome bonus, because Amex is currently offering new Aeroplan Reserve Card members up to 85,000 Aeroplan points, and while that's not the highest bonus we've ever seen on this card, the way it's structured makes it both valuable and pretty realistic for a lot of travelers. First, you'll earn 60,000 Aeroplan points after you spend $7,500 in the first 3 months of holding the card. Now, that spend target is higher than what we see on mid-tier cards like the Gold Rewards card, but if you're a family booking flights, paying for vacations, or just putting your everyday expenses on the card, then it is very achievable. And once you hit that requirement, the bonus posts directly into your Aeroplan account within about 8 weeks. But then there's the second stage of the bonus, which is designed to reward you for keeping the card into the second year. And so if you spend at least $2,500 on the card in month 13, then you'll unlock an additional 25,000 Aeroplan points. And the best part is, it doesn't matter how you spend that money. So that could go toward a couple of flights, a large household purchase, or just some recurring bills. And when you stack those two pieces together, you're looking at the full 85,000 point bonus. And so at a baseline valuation of 2 cents per point, that's about $1,700 in travel value right out of the gate. And if you redeem them strategically for business class flights or in Aeroplan sweet spots, then those points can easily climb into the $2,000 to $3,000 range. And so I really want to put that 85,000 point bonus in perspective, because the numbers only really make sense when you see how far those points can take you. And so again, at baseline, 85,000 Aeroplan points are worth around $1,700 in flight value if you stick to a simple 2 cents per point valuation. But Aeroplan's award chart is full of sweet spots where your points can stretch a lot further than that. For example, here's a nonstop flight from Toronto to Dubai for 55,000 points and $79 in taxes. That means that your welcome bonus easily covers that flight with plenty of points left over. Or if you'd rather go to Europe, you can fly Toronto to Paris for 40,000 points plus $180 in taxes. And so with 85,000 points, that's enough for a full round trip with a few thousand points to spare. Or if you're feeling a little fancy, Aeroplan also lets you book business class to Paris for 70,000 points plus the same $180 in taxes. So that's a lie flat seat across the Atlantic, covered entirely by your welcome bonus, a ticket that would normally cost thousands of dollars in cash. So that's the real power of this bonus. It's not just some headline number, it's real flights to bucket list destinations, whether you want to stretch your points further by flying in economy or just splurge on a business class ticket. But now let's shift from the big upfront bonus to the everyday math, because this is where the Aeroplan Reserve Card proves its value year after year. And fortunately for us, the earn rates on the Aeroplan Reserve Card are really straightforward. You get 3 points per dollar on Air Canada and Air Canada vacations purchases, so those are flights, vacation packages, and add-ons that you purchase directly with Air Canada. Then you also earn 2 points per dollar on dining and food delivery in Canada, so that includes restaurants, coffee shops, bars, and apps like Uber Eats. And then everything else earns 1.25 points per dollar, so that's your online shopping, subscriptions, and all your everyday bills. And that's higher than the standard 1 point per dollar you get on most credit cards in Canada, which means you're squeezing out extra value even when you're not spending on those bonus categories. Okay, so here's an example, right? Say you spend $30,000 a year on your card, which is split into $10,000 with Air Canada, so that might be a couple family trips, $5,000 on dining, and $15,000 on everything else. And yes, I can already hear your fingers on the keyboard type in your comment, who spends $10,000 a year on Air Canada? But the thing is, there are people out there who do that, and those are the people this card is built for. And at my valuation of 2 cents per Aeroplan point, that's $1,200 in value just from your day-to-day spending, which is enough to cover another international trip every single year. And so that's why the takeaway here is really simple. Even without the hefty welcome bonus, the Aeroplan Reserve Card racks up Aeroplan points really fast, and when you pair that earning power with its premium travel perks, you're looking at serious long-term value. But now let's talk about the perks, because this is where the Aeroplan Reserve Card really earns its keep. First up, lounge access. You get unlimited access to Air Canada cafes and Maple Leaf lounges in Canada and the US whenever you're flying with Air Canada. Now, I'll be honest, that's not nearly as good as what you get with the Amex Platinum card, which is worldwide airport lounge access in thousands of airports around the world, but it's still not bad if you generally fly with Air Canada in the US and Canada. Then you also get a few different types of priority treatment. So that means priority check-in, priority boarding, and priority baggage handling on Air Canada flights. And then on top of that, at Toronto Pearson Airport, you and your guests can use your Pearson priority security lane, where a quick QR code gives you access to faster security gates at terminals 1 and 3. The card also covers your first check bag for free, not just for you, but up to 8 companions on the same booking. And so for families or groups, this benefit alone can save save you hundreds of dollars per trip. And then if we go to the hotel side of things, there's the 4th night free perk when you redeem your Aeroplan points. So if you book a 4-night consecutive stay through Aeroplan, you'll only need to redeem for 3 nights. So that stretches your points quite a bit further on longer stays and makes hotel redemptions a lot more affordable. And then with Amex front of the line, you'll have access to pre-sale tickets and reserve seats for some of the biggest concerts, theater productions, and events before they go on sale to the general public. Plus, with Amex experiences, you get on-site perks like breezing through the front gate at Budweiser Stage or relaxing in the Amex lounge. And then finally, there's the Nexus credit, which gives you $100 back every 4 years. And so when you combine all that with Amex offers, strong travel insurance policies, and all the purchase protection that comes with your card, these extras can easily add up to hundreds of dollars in value every year. But I gotta be honest with you guys, the Aeroplan Reserve card is not for everyone. If you don't travel much with Air Canada, then you won't get the real value out of this card, and the $599 annual fee is going to feel pretty steep. Or if you just prefer a straightforward cashback card with no annual fee, then there are definitely simpler options out there. But if you are a frequent Air Canada flyer, whether that's a couple of family vacations a year or maybe regular business trips, then this card can make a ton of sense for you. The welcome bonus alone is worth more than the annual fee, and all the built-in perks just make travel so much simpler. But if you're looking for the absolute best travel credit card in Canada, for most Canadians, unfortunately this isn't it. And I recently did a video on this exact topic, comparing the Aeroplan Reserve card to another card that actually beats it in quite a few different dimensions. So I'll put that video right up here where you can see exactly why the Aeroplan Reserve falls short and why this other card is so much better. I'll see you there.